Welcome to Yogaxpress, your virtual stretch clinic that helps you move the body to still the mind. My name is Banu Suresh. I'm your host for this program. Today, I am really excited to say that we have a wonderful, wonderful team in our control room and on cameras. We have a full crew. So I'm very grateful. I would like to acknowledge our crew today. We have Sharon Mickey, Erica Porter, Chris Goutman, King David, Frank Omar, and Teresa Janey. If I've missed anyone, my apologies. Please feel free to call out your name or let me know if I've missed thanking you. Under Rich and Drew's guidance, today's episode has been made possible at Manhattan Neighborhood Network, which is where we tape these episodes every Monday. Yogaxpress airs Monday through Friday on Time Warner 57, RCN 84, and FiOS 35. That said, I'd like all of you to know, all our viewers to know that every Monday we try and bring in a new guest, either a yoga teacher or any wellness professional who is brave enough to come here right here in the studios. And today, that's a big surprise. I'm going to hold off our special guest as our final surprise for this evening. I'd like to reintroduce Josiane Hurd. Josiane, to my immediate left. I believe I was looking at the wrong camera. So for our viewers out there, this is Josiane Hurd to my immediate left. Josiane, thank you so much for being here. I know you normally direct our show. So it's always great to have your energy here, whether it's in the control room or right here on the mats. Josiane, tell our viewers, for those of them who might have forgotten, because you've been out of camera view for some time, what are the many things that you're involved with?
A lot.
A lot, I know. You're all over the place.
Martial arts, sailing. I think I forgot most of it. Boxing. Or yoga, of course. Yoga was my link with everything. Play bridge.
You play bridge every Thursday?
Every Thursday.
That's right. Do you want our viewers to know where you play so they can come join you?
Maybe not today because it's in a busy place right now.
Well, that's true. That's true. You gave part of it away. That's right. It's very close there. But yeah, so do you miss being on the mat? Because I know you used to stretch with us.
I do. But I enjoy the control room too.
That's true. That's true. And you do such a great job.
I do my yoga at home, faithfully.
You do practice at home anyway. And you practice too. Let me see. You practice to our sequence right here. For those of you who don't know, when you come and stretch with us right here on the mats, we will share with you a book, my third title, called Yoga Secrets, which is no big secret. There are 8 ailment-specific cards inside, so you want to target different regions of the body. You want to target upper body, you have postures that'll target the upper body. You want to target your knees, you do that. That's when I guide the classes. But Josiane and I, when Josiane directs and I'm leading the classes, that's what we do. We follow this book. But today we have someone special, someone who's going to share a different sequence. She's put together something for us, just for Yogaxpress. We have as our special guest today, Julia. And Julia, if I don't say your last name right, please feel free to correct me. Julia Monosova, is that correct?
That's right.
And I noticed that your name is actually spelt with a Y. Why is that?
It is because my name sounds Julia in my language, and in English the equivalent is Julia.
It's Julia. Yes. So you prefer to keep it Julia just so people don't mess up your name.
That's right. For English speakers, for Russian speakers, Julia.
Julia. And Julia, I also noticed that you have a lot of experience teaching yoga. So tell me a little bit about your yoga experience.
Okay.
It is so vast. It's like a who's who of yoga directory, so I'm going to let you say that.
You're so kind. Thank you. So I've been teaching yoga for about 2 years. I taught in New York, in Los Angeles, and I taught in Ukraine this summer.
Right.
So I've been teaching yoga in groups and privately in different yoga studios or yoga organizations.
Right.
So had quite an experience.
Are you
actually.
attached to any particular studio? You don't have to name the studio, but are you attached to any particular studio in a certain region, say in Manhattan?
No, I practice
you go where they call you.
non-attachment.
Okay, that's good. I like that. I like that. You practice non-attachment even when it comes to your teaching.
Yes.
Fantastic. So, Julia, you've been teaching in many different schools. I also noticed something else. You speak many languages and you read and write Sanskrit.
Yes.
That's fantastic. How did you pick that up?
At my advanced yoga teacher training, they taught us Sanskrit, and I absolutely fell in love with it. I felt like I probably was Indian some time ago when they spoke Sanskrit in India or something.
Right.
It just, came to
It
me
just came naturally.
Naturally.
Well, can you give us a sense of how it sounds? Maybe a couple of lines, maybe Gajananam. I remember we were talking about that before we started taping.
Okay.
Maybe a couple of lines.
Okay, I can read.
I thought your pronunciation was beautiful.
I think I can do Trayambakam.
That's fine, and I don't know that, so I'm going to listen.
Okay. Om Trayambakam Yajamaha Sugandhim Pushti Vardhanam Urva Rukam Vibandhanam Mrityor Mukshiyam Amritat.
Oh, wow. It
See,
sounds
Sanskrit,
nice.
it's amazing that you're able to pronounce it so well because Sanskrit is not a spoken language anymore. It's more like Latin. It's people do understand that it's a very old language, but at the same time, we don't use it as a spoken language. So it's fantastic. So you read and write as well.
I need to practice a little
Right.
bit more, but I could.
That's
I
fine.
could.
That's
But
good.
right, yeah.
So you can actually quote from Patanjali. Yes. Yoga chitta vritti nirodha. Oh my God.
Yes.
All right, we're going to have a little conversation in Sanskrit right there. Do you teach children as well? I notice you have children's yoga?
I sometimes help to assist children, but
Right.
that's not my main focus.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. So if people want to reach out to you, I know your credits will be up there on the screen in just a moment. And every now and then we're going to put it in. But if people want to reach out to you, can they just Google you?
They can Google me and
Google
probably
you?
will find me somewhere. I'm sure. I don't Google myself.
You
so-
don't Google yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
So, but probably they can find some information. I'm working on my website right now, so
Okay.
it's not up yet. And
How can they reach you?
they can contact me.
They can send you an email.
Yeah.
Because after today, I'm sure they will want to contact you.
I hope
You never
so.
know. People may want to see, they want to see you in person, or they may. I have some questions for you. So
It's interesting and unusual for someone to learn Sanskrit.
it
That's
is.
a
It is.
wonderful thing.
Julia's details are right there on the bottom of the screen. Please stay in touch with Julia. After today, I know all of you will want to be in touch with her. Julia's also promised to come back tomorrow, so we really appreciate that you're here with us, back to back, 2 days in a row. But you're absolutely right, Josiane, because it's very unusual.
Very unusual.
And especially for someone who's not born into the language, it's difficult, even for people who, I'm from India and I find it difficult. It's not like I'm born knowing Sanskrit. Obviously, we all have to learn it, but you took to it very well. That's beautiful. Very nice. So what do you have planned for us today? We are all yours,
see.
at your
I'll
disposal.
teach you Hatha Yoga.
Okay,
So we can
tell
start
us.
right now.
okay,
So we'll start with a pranayama exercise.
all right.
We'll do one that is called Kapalabhati. Actually, before we start pranayama, I'll explain full yogic breath.
Sure, okay.
So it's actually a correct
Is it
way
all right
of
if I
breathing.
sit on my heels?
Yes, that's
Is it okay?
totally fine. Feel free to change
Yeah,
your
I'm more
posture.
comfortable that way.
That's fine. And if you're sitting cross-legged, you can choose any comfortable position for you. Make sure that your back is straight, aligned with your neck and the head, and knees as close to the floor as possible. And arms relaxed. So we'll go through full yogic breath. It consists of 3 parts. So as you inhale, expanding the abdomen, rib cage, and chest. As you exhale, contracting the abdomen, rib cage, and chest. So inhale, expanding abdomen, rib cage, and chest. Exhale, contracting abdomen, rib cage, and chest. Inhale, abdomen, rib cage, and chest. Exhale, abdomen, rib cage, and chest. So as you are doing this, make sure that the biggest movement is happening in the abdomen. Then a little bit less movement in the rib cage, and just the chest will follow slightly. So don't focus on the chest. Just you have to know that there are 3 parts, but chest will do, the job just naturally following. So its main thing is in the abdomen. So this is the way we should breathe every day and in your yoga postures. And this is a correct way of breathing. So we will. Now I'll explain you Kapalabhati.
All right, I'm going to need my tissue for that one.
Yes, definitely. So keep your tissue next to you. So in Kapalabhati, forced exhalation is followed by natural inhalation. So just don't think about inhaling, just exhale forcefully. It should be audible and like strong. I'll show you, and short. I'll show you really quick. So in this exercise, the whole body is still. The only muscle that is moving is your abdomen. So as you exhale, push your abdomen in, so the diaphragm will go up. So just we'll do like maybe 10 pump-ins like that, 10, 15.
I do that when I'm on the internet. I do that kind of breathing.
She takes out all her anger on the internet, on the computer.
No, because it cleans your system.
It
Definitely
does.
cleanses.
Very detoxing.
Yes.
For respiratory system and clears your mind.
So, Kapalabhati, what we should do is first inhale fully through the abdominal region,
Yes.
and then 10 strokes, whatever, as long as we can keep
we will
exhaling.
do
Just
it
exhale.
together.
All
I'll
right,
keep the
let's do
rhythm.
that. Okay.
And so, but before we'll do a couple of breaths just to prepare ourselves,
Okay.
and then we will start and all together. So just let's inhale deeply, 3 parts yogic breath, and exhale. You can close your eyes. One more time, inhale. And now we can begin exhaling.
My engine needs more coal. Okay.
And just relax. Take another few deep breaths. And if there was some mucus coming out from your nose, please feel free to use a tissue. That's totally fine, just like that.
Hopefully they don't have any close-ups of us.
So that's totally fine. And so this is a nice exercise again to cleanse the respiratory system and also to clear the mind and balance the emotions.
Actually, you're right. I already feel heady. And I only
Right.
did a few strokes. I didn't even do as fast as you did.
Yeah, and you always have to do it at your own pace.
Right.
Whatever
Right.
feels right for you. So now we can go into our practice. So we will start with a warm-up exercise called
Okay.
sun salutations.
All right.
So let's come up.
Oh, we're going to stand up. I didn't realize. I forgot to tell my crew. No, don't. We have a perfect crew. They'll pick us up.
So please stand up at the top of your mat,
Do you want to come forward so I don't hit you?
about maybe 10 inches away from the top of your mat.
Okay.
Feet parallel to
We'll
each other.
stagger ourselves. Is that okay? So we don't hit each other.
Yes,
Yeah?
make sure that you have enough mat behind you.
Right, that's what I was
Otherwise, you
thinking.
will
Maybe if it was
land
in.
on the cold floor.
Okay.
So we'll start sun salutation just to warm up our body in preparation for our asana practice. Inhale and exhale, palms together to the heart. Inhale, arms up, arch back, push your hips forward, keep the arms by the ears. Exhale, bend forward, bending at the hips, forehead to the knees. Try to touch the floor with your palms and bend your knees if you have to. Forehead to the floor, breathe deeply.
Did you say forehead to the floor? That's not happening today.
Trying your
Oh, that's a
best.
bit hard.
Trying your best. Inhale, right leg back, all the way back, right knee down. Look up, arch back. Try to keep the knee over the heel. Breathe in deeply. Inhale, hold your breath, left leg back, plank pose. Make sure that your body is straight. It's a plank pose, like push-up position.
Oh, it's plank. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Nice. I see. We have a different version.
Right. Oh, there
The
are
body-
actually many different versions of sun salutation. That's
Definitely,
fine.
yes. It's like the most
So
classical.
in the
simple
plank,
one.
is it okay? You don't want us to dip too deep, right?
No,
Somewhere
keep
here.
your abdominals engaged, and your body should be in a straight line from your heels to the top of your head. So, and as you exhale, knees down, touching the floor, then chest touching the floor between your hands and chin down. Make sure that your hips are off the floor. And as you inhale, slide forward, arch back. Keep your elbows in, tucked in, look up. And as you exhale, tuck your toes under, push your hips up. Pausing in this posture for a few deep breaths, stretching the backs of your legs, pressing your hands into the floor. The tailbone is reaching up. The stomach is reaching toward your thighs. Breathe in deeply. Shoulders away from the ears. And as you inhale, look forward. Right leg forward between the hands. If you have problems, bring it all the way up. Make sure that you can just use your hand to do that, just to align it with the hands. Look up.
Lower the left leg down?
Yes.
Place it down? Okay.
And as you exhale, left leg forward, forehead to the knees. Breathing deeply, feeling the stretch in the backs of your legs. Inhale, reach forward with your arms. Keep your back straight. Arms aligned with the ears. Arch back. And exhale, arms down by your sides. Left side. Inhale, exhale, palms together. Inhale, arms up, arch back. Exhale, bend forward, bending at the hips. Try to place your hands on the floor. Bend your knees if you have to. And just trying to reach the knees with the forehead. Breathing deeply. Inhale, left leg back, all the way back. Left knee down. Sink in the hips. Breathing through the hips, allowing the muscles to relax. Inhale, hold your breath. Right leg back. Plank pose. Make sure that your shoulders are above the hands and you're looking about 2 feet in front of you.
This is my least favorite, but go on.
Exhale, knees down. Keep your hips up, chest down. Keep your elbows in, chin to the floor. Inhale, slide forward, arch back. Look up slightly. Keep your elbows in, shoulders back and down. Exhale, tuck your toes under. Press through the hands, push your hips up. Breathing deeply. Press the hands into the floor. The tailbone is reaching up. The heels are reaching towards the floor. Inhale, look forward. Left leg forward. Look up. Arch back. Exhale, right leg forward. Forehead to the knees. Inhale, reach forward. Up and back. Hips forward. Exhale, arms down by your sides. Today we'll do just one round.
Whoa, my chakra's already moving. I'm start getting dizzy over here.
Cold, you don't feel cold anymore, right?
No, I don't feel cold anymore. I'm all warmed up. My batteries are charged.
It's the best thing to do in the morning. When we're talking about
Yes,
yeah.
it's very invigorating and gives you a good charge of energy.
Right.
So we'll do just one round today, but ideally to do at least 3 rounds.
3 rounds.
Yes.
Okay.
Three
So
rounds
it's like an everyday, daily health check.
would be perfect. Would be perfect.
3 rounds a day.
Yes, minimum 3 rounds
Okay.
minimum.
Done.
And now come up onto your tippy toes if you can. Arms in front of you, parallel to the floor. Try to balance on your toes and then start slowly bending your knees, balancing in this posture. Very slowly. If you need to use your hand, you can touch the
I'm
floor.
not going all the way down.
And then heels down. You can use one hand to
Oh,
help
if I can
yourself.
get my heels down, yeah.
Yeah, done.
Okay,
But
and then
tiptoes
hips
down.
down and
It
roll
was
back.
hard. Oh, shall we do heads to the camera? Maybe we'll turn around this way.
Let's do it.
All right.
What should we do? What?
Great idea.
Heads to the camera.
Heads to the
This side.
camera. And lie down.
Okay.
I'm not lying down.
Oh, my fancy hair clip is coming off, but go on.
Always the same problems with
No
women.
worries, no worries.
And now we will do a gentle twist.
Okay.
So bend your knees, feet next to your buttocks. Extend your arms at the shoulder level. Sorry, Banu, I probably have to touch you.
No, we'll just stagger
Get
ourselves.
unfriendly.
There. How's that?
Arms, that's great. Arms to the shoulder level.
Okay.
And as you inhale, just inhale, and as you exhale, bring your knees to the left and head to the right. So just giving yourself a nice, gentle twist. Breathing through the lower back.
My own adaptation.
Inhale, knees back to center.
I
Bring your
like
legs.
your clip, Josiane.
So do I.
And as you inhale,
matches
bring
your
your legs
mat.
back to center. And exhale, knees to the right. Turn your head to the left. Make sure both shoulders are touching the floor. Breathing deeply, feeling the twist in your lower back.
So both shoulders flat on the floor, right?
That's right.
Okay.
And palms
Facing down.
Yes, and
Okay.
just gently.
I noticed.
pressing
I
into the
watched
floor.
yours. Okay.
And knees back to the center. And then now stretch your legs out, preparing for our asana practice, for the postures. So the first one today will be the shoulder stand.
Okay.
So for this one, keep your legs straight, arms by your sides, palms facing down, shoulders away from the ears.
Showing the butt to the camera.
No, that's why the cameras are there. So shoulder stand. That's right.
And as you inhale, by engaging your abdominal muscles, lift your legs up, hips up, support your back, and try to straighten your body up. Just holding here for a few deep breaths. Make sure your legs are straight, but
And it's
relaxed.
okay to make adaptations, right?
That's totally fine.
Take my clip off.
Right. Josiane's adaptation is because of her hair clip. But for viewers at home, you need to adapt your shoulder stand. Feel free. Julia, so what kind of adaptation do you suggest?
Okay, so for those people who have high blood pressure or recent neck surgery or eye surgery, it's the best if they don't go into the shoulder stand and
all,
just
right.
practice legs up the wall. So just move towards the wall.
Oh, that's right. That's perfect. What Josiane's doing is legs up the wall, so that'll be good, right?
Yes, that's
Okay.
actually great. And now we'll go slowly into the plow pose. Bringing your heels over your head. Very slowly and gently. Again, be patient with your body. Be kind to your body. If something doesn't feel right, you don't have to do it.
Right.
Each day is different, so today you might do it, tomorrow might not. Doesn't matter. And now
And it's okay for my toes not to touch
that's
over?
totally fine. Make
Sorry,
sure that you are
Jessica.
supporting your back. Very important. If they are not touching, you always should support the back.
Right.
And now to come out from here,
Sorry, Josiane, did you have a question for
Do
Julia?
my own adaptation.
I actually like that. That's pretty good.
getting creative on the mat. And now to come out from the posture, raise your toes about 10 inches away from the floor. Release your hands on the floor, palms pressing into the floor using your arms as brakes. And roll out vertebrae by vertebrae very slowly. Arms on the floor.
I'm going to keep my hands on my butt because it's not allowing my hands to go. It's okay, right? To
Whatever
support
feels
myself?
right.
Yeah.
Yes, whatever feels
Just-
right for you. Again, everybody is different. Once your spine on the floor, hips on the floor, then you bring your legs down. Breathing deeply. Just take one deep breath in between the postures. And we will go into the half bridge pose. So bring your feet flat on the floor next to your buttocks, arms by your sides, palms facing down, gently pressing into the floor. Always make sure that your shoulders are away from the ears. And as you inhale, push your hips up, chest
Is
up.
it okay to use my hands to push my butt up?
Yes, you
It's
can.
okay?
You can. You may. Pushing your hips up, chest up. Keep your feet slightly apart. And imagine a medicine ball between your thighs and squeeze it gently to bring yourself in a perfect alignment. And as you exhale, lower your hips down.
Oh, as long as I have
slowly.
butt support, I'm okay.
Slowly bringing your
Me and my butt are not very good friends, Josiane.
And now, just as a counter stretch, bring your knees into the chest, hug the legs, and rock from side to side, turning the knees to the opposite direction, turning the head to the opposite
Oh, I
direction
see.
from the knees. Just massaging the lower back after the posture,
Actually, this does feel good after that
right? It's
bridge, yeah?
Perfect. Yeah, it's very important to do a
Counter postures, right?
control
That's right.
posture always. And now we will go into the fish pose. So the fish pose is a counter posture for the shoulder stand. So it's very, very important. It's a must to do a fish after the shoulder stand. So legs together. By rocking from side to side, bring your arms under your body. So the palms are under your buttocks, palms facing down, elbows as close together as you can beneath your back. And as you inhale, by bending your elbows, push your chest up. And as you exhale, drop the top of your head on the floor. So
ooh, the world looks so good upside down.
the most of your weight is on the elbows and the forearms, and just about 10% is on the top of your head. The legs are straight and relaxed. Breathe deeply. This is a great exercise to correct any tendency to rounded shoulders, to open up the chest, to increase lung capacity. Breathe deeply. And remember, in yoga, we always breathe through the mouth. Through the nose, unless otherwise instructed.
We have about a minute.
Slowly come out.
We have about a minute left.
Okay. And slowly come out. And we will finish our practice today in Shavasana. It's a relaxation pose on the back.
Oh, I love that. But before we do that, I'd like to just close. No, stay where we are. Stay where you are. I just want to do our closing thanks. I'd like to thank our amazing crew today, Sharon Mickey, Erica Porter, Chris Goutman, King David, Frank Omar, and Teresa Cheney under Rich and Drew's guidance. Thanks so much, to all of you for that great teamwork. On behalf of Josie and Hurd and our special guest, Julia Monosova, this is Banu Suresh signing off. You are watching Yoga Express. Please enjoy, stretch with us. Feel free. Go ahead.
And now we'll go into Shavasana, our final and probably favorite pose.
So we need to sleep.
Yes. So before we do Shavasana, we will do a quick squeeze and release sequence. So exercise. As you inhale, raise your legs, arms, head and chest up like a few inches of the floor. Squeeze the whole body. Squeeze, 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 really tight. Squeeze, squeeze, and then drop and release. And relax.
Oh, I need that.
And relax completely, allowing your body to become heavy and sink into the floor.
It's a wrap.
I didn't hear that. I thought I saw Rich show 1 minute.
It might be a long Shavasana, I guess.